We have some type 1 diabetes news on working towards a cure. Novo Nordisk just announced that they are ending their work on a cell therapy to potentially cure type 1 diabetes. I think this is really good news, actually, because they recognize companies like Eledon and Vertex are light years ahead of them. Cell therapies are really hard. These are living cells that you have to scale to a massive number of people, millions of people. That's really hard to do. And they recognize that they are not the most suited company to do this. It's basically them saying, we don't have the cure and we're not even close to it, so we're going to bow out at this point. When they look at companies like Eledon, who have already cured 5 people of type 1 diabetes with many more to come soon, it's probably pretty discouraging to them, and that's probably what made this decision fairly easy for them to make. With this move, they are laying off 250 employees. This news also comes on the heels of Novo announcing that they are acquiring Akero Therapeutics for $4.7 billion in cash. This is an FGF21 analog in a phase 3 program that is meant to treat liver disease. The drug that's really making Novo Nordisk wealthy right now is Wegovy. That's their GLP-1, and so they're going to focus on that, and they're trimming off the fat, trying to trim off some R&D costs to streamline their operation to focus on what they're good at. And they recognize that there are other companies much further along than them in curing type 1 diabetes. So I'm glad that they are bowing out. This also brings up the conversation that a lot of people say that Big Pharma will never allow a cure for type 1 diabetes to exist. There are so many people in the type 1 community who believe that, and it's just nonsense. Companies like Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly, these huge pharma companies, they were trying to cure type 1 diabetes. As you can clearly see, they were trying to find a cure. They just recognized that they were way behind in the race. They wanted a piece of the pie, because whoever gets to that finish line first is going to have quite the pie to eat. And so they trimmed off the fat and decided to just focus on what they were good at. So to everyone who believes that Big Pharma will not allow a cure for type 1 diabetes to exist, the truth is they desperately wanted to find a cure for type 1 diabetes. They just recognized that they were not the best company up to the task. So they bowed out, and they're going to let someone else reach the finish line, and maybe in the future they might re-enter it if they're given the right opportunity, potentially.